Hello! Hello, survivors! Hello! How are we doing today, guys? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. How are we doing today? Thank you very much for tuning in. I do appreciate it. Hope we have, what does that just cost more? It possibly costs more. It must cost more. Unless we're out. I don't think we're out. I think it costs more. Let's have a little look. Gear. Our neckerchiefs and rain boots are going up because I changed it to only having one camp training now. But I've got 3 camps on the other thing, which I think is running boots. I want to say it's running boots and maybe sunglasses. I'm not actually sure what the other thing is. But yeah, it's a shame there's not a good training for wrinkled shirts and work gloves, to be honest. How are we doing today, guys? How are we doing? How's the Monday feeling? How is the Monday feels? I did some scavenge camp stuff today for the first time in a couple of weeks. I need to do my arenas as well. I kind of just need to get promoted back up into Diamond. I keep forgetting. But we're not going to forget today. We're not going to forget today. I basically would obliterate every time. It's just I keep forgetting. It's pretty much as simple as that. I just keep forgetting. We want LB2 because we want her. Then we want strong. We want him. And we want him. And then lastly, we want... Ooh! 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 Not her. I guess we don't need her, actually. Ooh. Can we actually take... Should I take Georgia? Or should I take Eva? I guess Georgia's better than Eva on turn 1 now, right? I guess Georgia's better. And I got a song stuck in my head again. I was watching some clips on YouTube, and you know how it goes. Like some clips from a movie. I need to rewatch the entire movie, but I was just watching some clips. And the movie was The Warriors. And there's a song in the outro that I really like. Just got it stuck in my head. Why is their attack so low, man? Do mods not count here? It's really odd how low their attacks are. Really odd. Okay, who have we got in chat? Let me have a little scroll up. What's up, Vaz, Valiant, Mr. Sinister, top 3 of the stream. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Thank you very much for the early likes on the stream as well. What's up, Tian, Brian, Eric? Thanks for tuning in. How's everyone's luck been on YouTube? I did not pull. I've been saving my pulls. I shall be saving my pulls. What's up, Seren? Bretland? Tyrese, welcome to the stream, guys. What's up, 8Page? What's up, Mike? Got my 5 times Eugene on the second pull. It's nice to get a 5 times early. If you're going to get a 5 times, it's nice to do it early. I got mine reasonably early, to be fair. I only have 1 extra, so I can't complain too much. But yeah, can't complain too much. What's up, Daylight? Welcome to the stream as well. Did I win the giveaways? I don't know the future. We'll see. The draw is in about an hour and a half, well, an hour and 45 minutes, hour and 50 minutes. If you still need to enter, I did lock the giveaway as the pinned message. But it's on the circuit video. If you've already entered, you've already entered. I think what you had to type as the entry phrase was... Wait, I can't remember that one. It was Romance for Laura. And then for Circuit, I think it was... Damn, what was it for Circuit? Did I do anything special? I can't remember what the... Joust, that was it, yeah. And then so many people were like, I joust want to get this character. Oh, goodness. So yeah, they were some pretty good like entries on that one. What's up, Cygnus? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Sly? Thanks for tuning in, Sandra, as well. I was just watching your All-Stars update vid. What's up, Luck? It's going alright. Yeah, looking forward to All-Stars tomorrow. I will be streaming that tomorrow. So I'll get a good look at the update as it drops. But also, if it properly drops and everything in the morning, I might be able to do my pause for a separate video, which would be nice. Is Bretland the backup winner yet? He actually entered the backup winners for the last one with the wrong phrase. So he didn't miss out because he lost. He just didn't enter effectively. He spelt favourite or whatever the word was that you had to spell the English spelling rather than the American spelling. Georgia, yeah. Come out to play, yeah, I know, right? The whole come out to play thing was one thing, but it was the bottles. It was the bottles that he had in his hand that he clinked together. That was apparently that was just like he came up with it on the spot. That was some crazy stuff. It made that whole scene really good. Let's see. We would take on these teams, but they've got Lao Po in them. And Lao Po can just taunt your entire team. So, yeah. We should be able to get a massive score here. These guys are, like, low tier. In terms of, like, the points. Basically. Should be decent. 70s movies, The Warriors, yeah, about street gangs in New York. Yeah, indeed. And the outro song, I don't know what it's called. It's something like In the City or something like that. I think it's by the Eagles. Oh, damn, I started at the wrong end, didn't I? See, I haven't done this for such a long time. I started at the harder enemy, not the easier enemy. Buffoon. A buffoon. Why has he gone and done that? Why has he gone and done that, guys? He's only gonna mess it up. I'm at LB2 for Eugene in 10 pools. Need 20k tokens to guarantee my LB3. So 2 pools. You need 2 pools. Nice. Nice. Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies. Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies. For sure. I need to get on like Blu-ray or something. They normally do like Blu-ray sales and stuff every now and again. They're pretty cheap in the UK. I'm not sure about America when it comes to those sort of things. Well, I picked up the Blu-ray, full Blu-ray sets. Hey, Soul, thank you very much for continuing your membership. 8 months. I do appreciate it. Kind of like stuck in the middle, in the void between orange and pink. But thank you so much, man. I do appreciate that, bro. Those platinum teams are a tiny bit easier. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I wreck the diamond teams as well. It isn't that much of a problem. It's just when you get into like try hard levels. Where people actually like stack up their defenses as much as possible. Can you imagine like Eris, Nor, and all these guys? Like the characters that are being released right now, they do not even think about leaks in terms of balance. Like that's why it's kind of questionable how unbalanced War is, because that's the only thing they think about when they release characters. So how is it so unbalanced? How can it be so unbalanced when that's the only thing? In other games, they have to think about 4 or 5 different game modes and how a character could break a certain game mode. They've got to be very careful. In this, they don't even have to be very careful. And they're still all over the place. I don't know. I've kind of identified the biggest issue, I think, and I'm going to probably make some content on it. What I think the biggest issue is with character balance, well, team balance, and why there's such a heavy defensive meta right now even though we've had a lot of attacking characters be released, and I'm probably going to make some content talking about it. But in essence, there's just too many bad attack team characters being released. It's pretty much as simple as that. Is Joe Walsh in the city? That's it. I better be careful because my singing's that good that YouTube might copyright strike me, you know. And it's also the guitar. Is it the guitar? Dun, dun, dun. Such a good song. Is it not the Eagles? I thought it was the Eagles. I don't know why I thought it was the Eagles. I'm pouring from a bottle today. It doesn't have the same feel to it. You pour from a bottle versus a can. Don't have to say, you know, not to get the noise and everything. Nah. Is the gentleman's pistol? I would say no. It's not bad, but I bought it just because it isn't a bad weapon. But the third slot does not work on Kenny very well. I would buy it, get it to 45% attack, and then swap out the third slot. This is what I used on Kenny for ages, and I pretty much use the same weapon right now, honestly. It's pretty much the same. I have got a Kenny guide up where I do talk about the different weapons and stuff. And I do talk about splash damage because I have basically got that weapon already. Where is it? Like, that's basically that weapon, just not as good because it's a better splash and huge bonus. Like, you can craft a much better version of this. And this weapon is just not good enough. The splash just doesn't work properly in my opinion. This is the weapon I used on Kenny for a very long time, which was... It's quite low grade, honestly. Is it this low grade? Yeah, it is. This weapon. It's basically the weapon you can buy, but instead of splashing the third slot, you put this 45% attack when attacking enemies more than 50% HP, and he can just do massive damage that way. But I got the Battle Pass weapon, I think it was. Was it Battle Pass in Duck's BP? There was like Kenny's pistol. And it just has 5% extra attack. That's all it brings to the table. I can't remember what this resets to. We'll try not to reset it. It goes to stronger attack. So that's what I swapped out. So I kept it. So I swapped out the third slot to make it that. Now just to get slightly extra attack in that first slot, basically. I mean, Kenny's weapon is pretty straightforward. It's actually hitting a crit with him I find really hard now. He doesn't crit anywhere near where he should. Like... In a team, in just a random team that I've got him in, right? Let's say this team. He gets crit from the leads, and he gets also, it's a increased. Oh no, it's not. It's still 35. But he's getting 35 from his leader. He's getting 35 from his weapon, and he's getting 35 from the teammate's weapon. So he's getting 105 crit plus 10 base. So he's getting what? 115 crit rating. And he just doesn't crit very often, man. The amount of times, and I know that there's resist now. Maybe it could be a bug, and I've seen this bug a couple of times. I was seeing a massive bug with Vance yesterday where he just wasn't resisting the crosshairs, but it wasn't saying any resist. We just wasn't landing off of Herschel. It was just like, oh, this is fabulous. I just resubbed on Twitch. I think you have to do it in the chat, Cygnus. Like, it will have a pop-up in chat, like share or something like that. It should come up in here. It might be delayed. What's up, weird girl? Make sure you're, like, just do it, sharing it, Cygnus. I'm pretty sure it does a share button. Walsh joined the Eagles and they released it after it was on the Warrior soundtrack. Okay. I've used Splash on Kenny. Didn't think it was too bad. It just doesn't really amplify his damage that much. If you want to hit really high amounts of damage to single target, which is what you kind of want to do with Kenny, you have to use that other weapon that I showed. Alright, who are they doing a story roadmap about now? What's her name? Damn, I can't remember her name. Moira. Wasn't she a League reward? And they're making out that she was part of Telltale. They've done this a couple of times, honestly. I guess this one fits a little bit better, to be fair. Sheldon and Moira now being part of Telltale. Like, the storyline, Erickson and stuff. I mean, I guess. I think they're just playing it up for the Telltale fans, which is fine. Which is 100% fine. You guys kept up with this roadmap. Hasn't been too difficult. What is this team? Okay. This is a bad team to take. It's Wild Energy, right? It's a bad team to take. Because she's got Carol there. It's going to slow it down. Let's take the Telltale squads. Wherever they are. There they are. I did do it, still not come through. It didn't come through. I don't know. I don't know. I think I've got it set up all okay. I am on a new OBS, so I might not have the plugin on this OBS, so I might have to reconfigure it. I am going to be streaming on Wednesday on Twitch. That's the plan for that, is to still go ahead with that. I think I'm still good for that. Gonna be playing some more Borderlands 3. I might be joined by someone else on that stream. Might be doing a duo stream. And if that's the case, I might be switching some stuff up, like which character I'm playing, but it'll still be from the same point where I stopped off last time if you're interested in the story stuff. Will there be any chance to get another copy of Clementine in the future? There's meant to be. How that's going to happen is anyone's guess. Scopely haven't released any information. Kind of like just blind on that sort of stuff. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a new token. That's what it feels like. Not for Clementine, but for some other things. Like if we got like a platinum recruit token. Just because we've got so many characters that people want to get their hands on, and they're just not really... They're kind of dropping the ball, honestly, when it comes to the characters. They're just dropping the ball. They're not really making them available. It's not like they're even making money off of them. It's just... They're just dropping the ball. That's what it feels like to me, anyway. Like this current War Season thing, they could have had one choice crate for... What is it? Mateo... Ajax, Michelle, or Ophelia in there. Just one copy of a character of your choice out of those. Moon. It might be Moon. It might be Moon. It is Moon. It is Moon. Clem Shard's cooldown ended on August 1st. Was it? Okay. I thought it was already ended. I thought that 2 months had already happened. Maybe we'll find out at the end of this mythic trial. Maybe during it. We'll see. It might be part of this mythic trial. We'll have to find out. It would be a little bit of a surprise if it was part of the mythic trial, but it's not really attached to it in any way. But in the last anniversary event, they did randomly drop like Ophelia, Ajax, and Michelle in there. So it's not impossible. It's not impossible. But wait, that can't be right. That can't be right. Clem Shards... The Telltale event finished on the 1st of August. That can't be right. You're talking about Brutus, right? I think you're wrong there. I think Telltale finished ages ago. Didn't Telltale finish in like January, February, March, April, May, like June? Didn't it finish in like June? I think Brutus maybe is the 1st of August. At the end of May, so it's been ages, yeah. May, June, July, August, September, like nearly 4 or 5 months. They said it would be like 2, so that's great. But like again, like I say, it's just seems like they're dropping the ball. They're not even making any money off of it. I'd understand it to a certain extent if they were like selling them in offers, and that's the only way you could get them. I completely would understand it if that was happening. In terms of like they're trying to make money off of it, but they're not even doing that. It's kind of reminding me of like the league tokens. Remember not league tokens, the season tokens, where like they were just really being like not giving them out that much, but they weren't even trying to sell them. It was just dropping the ball. I don't know, man. Should have been available by August. Yeah, I mean they did say minimum of 2 months, but at this point it's closing on like four months. It's crazy, and lots of people are asking about it. Maybe they haven't come up with an idea of how to deliver it. I think a lot of the stuff, a lot of the ideas were half done. So a lot of it was just like, we'll think about it in, you know, in the future. Like, isn't Scotsman meant to be in the next Battle Pass in some way? Or like, Scotsman's got to be being available somehow at some point, you know? Not just one of him either, like 3 copies of him. There's a terminology for it, you know, like it's like tomorrow problems sort of thing. They create a lot of tomorrow problems, and a lot of these tomorrow problems are today now. Verishards are eligible to go into the game in 2 days. His 2-month cooldown is almost done. Yeah, I forgot to press the like button. It's all good. It's all good. If you are logged into YouTube, I would appreciate the like button being pressed though. Not just on this video or this stream, but any video you watch would be nice. Would be nice. Helps a lot on YouTube. It does help a lot. Half-baked, I think it's called. I mean, in terms of that, in terms of the initial drop, yeah, I'd agree. But I think there's something else. I can't remember the terminologies. Reflect. Is that a weapon? Is that Mercer's reflect weapon or something? I guess it was because he got decapped. Picked back up though. Oof. This has got to be the best roadmap team. I'm kind of hoping that there's something to do with Faction Assault where I can use my entire Telltale squad. Because that's going to be the most fun team to use in Faction Assault, is the full Telltale team. Without a doubt. So fun. My Telltale ending stream was 3 months ago. Fantastic. Yeah, I thought the Telltale trial was actually pretty good. The aftermath has not been 100% great. Kind of tied in with Ultra and Advance, which... I mean, didn't Ultra and Advance come out at the announcement of Outlander, so it wasn't really even out at the time? Maybe they can use that as a reason that it's been a bit longer. I don't know. Faction Assault weapons, what, you can only specifically use them in Faction Assault? Or where you can earn them through Faction Assault? Hopefully it has some longevity. Like if they just have a character reward in Faction Assault, and then like they had in the last time they did it, and then after that people get that character, it's just like, why are we doing Faction Assault? There has to be a reason to continue doing it, right? And I think the easy way to do that would just be like, make it so there was the possibility of getting advanced tokens, you know? Because then it's always worth doing. Maybe shards in FA? What, shards of characters? Oh, you mean for the... Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. True enough. True enough. Maybe like a what do you want to call it? A reformatted SR depot. I think they'd probably have to give a new token though. Otherwise people got too much tokens. I've got millions. The re-implementation of shards would be nice though. But yeah. Hey, what's up, Dan? Welcome to the stream. I mean, I'm assuming you're talking about the shards for old Mythic Trials, but They could put shards for any character in there, honestly. I'm just hoping the main rewards aren't gold mythic tokens. That's the main hope. That's the main hope. Because if it is, it's just like... I don't think most people are going to look at Faction Assault the way they look at War, in terms of like they'll do it because they feel like they need to. I've got 150 Marcus. Who's Marcus? Is his name Marcus? Do you mean William? Just collecting virtual dust, yep. I have a feeling they might pull it out of the hat with FA. I mean, we'll have to see. I think the best thing they can do in FA is make it as simple as possible. Keep to the simplistic thing that made FA great before, which was just big amounts of HP on the characters, the enemies. Making bleed the main way of dealing with that thing, because people like to see big bleed numbers, you know? Rather than trying to, like, if they try and reinvent Faction Assault, oh, he's going to do it. I know he's going to do it. Okay. Okay. As long as Money's still alive. I see you. There we go. Yo, what's up? Hello there. Welcome to the stream. They got to get something right eventually. I think they just don't need to reinvent the wheel. That's pretty much as simple as that. Give us a reason to spend them SR tokens. I'll spend mine if it's worth it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, true enough. I did buy a mod today. It was on sale, so I bought it. What's up, Hannah? Welcome to the stream. So yeah, that's what I kind of like want to see on Faction Assault. More simplified, or no, well, just as simple as it was before. But like, remove the things that made people argue, which is, don't make it so that if I kill a boss, like if I just attack a boss straight away and kill it, that other people can't attack it. Make it so other people can attack it still. Like have it so it has an endless amount of HP. You know, it doesn't ever die. But it's like it's classified defeated once someone beats it. And then also, what else? Make it so that people don't get better rewards based on placement. There can be some RNG to the rewards, maybe. Like let's say you get 5 rewards. One could be like a collection item towards like something to do with SR. One can be some tokens towards like maybe a depot. One could be like a gear crate or like 5 gear crates. One could be maybe like 500 advanced tokens for completing FA, sorry. And then one could be like an RNG crate. And in the RNG crate, it can have like a multitude of different things, but nothing too crazy. Like, I'm not talking like some craziness, but like it can have maybe more of the shards that you got in the other spot. It can have maybe just more of the things you've already just got. Or maybe you can have like really low chance of getting like 1,000 ultra tokens or something. That's the only thing that would differentiate people. And obviously, if you score like 25 million, maybe there needs to be a minimum amount you have to score to get a certain reward. But it shouldn't be like, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Like basically how a lot of other games have perfected this game mode. That's all they have to do is just perfect the game modes. The next game reset will be Born out of Faction Assault. Had an offer, I can get 90k coins in RTS now. 90k coins. That's nice, I guess. I guess you could do like 20 pulls or whatever on Ultra. It shouldn't be a faction competition, but a faction collective effort, exactly. What can I do for PK, Vance, Nor, Sebastian, Mr. Lou? I use Kenny, Easter, Eva, Nor, Ghost, and Trader. It's not working though. My weapons are decent. You've got no one controlling really. You've got a lot of damage and you've got a lot of like support. I would remove Ghost and I'd put someone in that can control, be it normalize or like Titan would be good. Titan's better than Ghost for that team. Like Ghost, not very good damage dealer against alert and stuff like that when you've got tough damage dealers. Like all Ghost adds is like very one-dimensional damage, and you've got 2 of those characters already. You don't need 3 one-dimensional damage characters. 2 maybe, but not 3. Or put the older trial level 720 format into the museum for Telltale and Outlanders with half the tunes newly. I mean, I agree. I think that wouldn't be a terrible thing to do. I think that was, but the only thing that I think that is bad is that is in the museum. They should just have it where that's just like a building by itself, honestly. And they should just have it like a Pokedex. They should have it a Pokedex. That'd be cool. You know, make it so that they can remove one of these workshops and just put it in place of the workshops. Swap Easter. I mean, I'd personally remove Ghost and put in either Ajax or Titan. One of those 2. Who was the other character you're using? Nor. I also wouldn't use Nor on attack. If you want to use someone who's going to be giving you bonus HP, use William instead, because then he protects you from burn, and he does daze as well, which is good against like Nor. Ghost has decap his choice. I mean, yeah, but he just doesn't. He's not going to hit hard enough against these traits. He doesn't hit anywhere near as hard as Kenny, and he doesn't hit anywhere near as hard as Nor does against alerts and tanks. Simple as that. Also, you don't have anyone to protect you for against PK, so I don't know how you're even killing PK in the team you've set up. There's ways around TCAP. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of DCAT resist characters out there now as well, so that, I mean, that doesn't mean too much. That could be an easy LB3. I mean, it could be. It could be. It's a lot of coins, but there's no guarantees on that. No guarantees. It could be. It could also not be. I use infection against PK. I mean, you'd have to run infection, yeah. I'm not. I mean, the way I deal with PK is Mike or Carol is the way I deal with it. So this is a team, but this is mainly for tough teams. And then I deal with this team, but you can have, instead of Georgia, Titan. The only problem with this team is Shane isn't good enough as a damage dealer against these teams. He's good as a single target on his Sig. So trader there, like I think I have a trader like version like that. Maybe like that with trader instead, and that's a pretty accessible team in trader instead of the leader. The defense down doesn't even work all the time. You don't necessarily have to use Wayland, but I find these 60% weapons are a problem, especially as everyone relies on crits pretty much nowadays. But yeah. Carol's camouflage protects your team from payback when you kill them with Kenny. So like you can sig move and rush. Let me just put up my defense with him in. So like against no, that's the wrong team. Against Payback, you can use Carol, and then on the first turn you can do any sort of damage against man, I didn't even proc it. That's how tanky my guy is, man. That's how tanky my guy is. I have built him so well, to be honest. I just gave myself a medal. See how much of a tank he is. He didn't even proc Payback. Like I've managed to build my guy so strong. I one shot most people's peacekeepers turn one. My one's a problem. Resisted the crit. And this is the problem that you face in these teams. Is like a crit gets resisted. There's not much you can do. It's just as simple as that. Just as simple as that. Like, I have to spend so much to get rid of one problematic character that another problematic character is going to do something. You know. What can you do? What can you do? What can you do? What can you do? And it just legit 60% resist is just. I wonder if 60% weapons are a problem, guys. I wonder if they are. Herder. Dare I say, herder. Herder. Yeah, my team's annoying. Maybe I'll get a revive. We'll see. I did. Extra points in a non-existent thing. Crits first hit. Did he crit first hit though? I mean, if he did, it was for like 33. But everything still takes ages. And you get some characters that get way too much freedom. Like, because this is the biggest problem I find in RTS right now, is because I am required to hit a character for things to happen at the moment. And honestly, majority of things I'm required to hit a crit as well. So like, I have to hit a crit to disarm. Yeah, it can get resisted, which it did. Fortunately, I stunned the character, but now I have to get a crit to remove the bonus HP. It did actually happen. Now I have to get a crit to actually do damage, and it did actually happen. And you think, oh, you did well, Lockdown, nice. But then there's this character on the other side of the team that I also have to stop from doing his shit, you know? I also have to stop from doing his stuff. Like, it's just a lot. There's a lot going on. And you can't one-shot this dude. You're lucky if you hit this dude. Talk about one-shot this dude. Hopefully it hits. Okay. A basic attack just killed my guy. And then I'll just do this rush, and you'll just see how absolutely useless it is. Look at his health. Didn't even scratch him. Not even scratched. Just hit him for 80k. Doesn't even look like he's taken any damage, to be honest. It's just a little scratch. Oh, good. But yeah, defense teams just every character does everything, you know. Attack teams just there's so many trash characters, it's unbelievable. So it is hard to attack right now. We're in a defense meta. The game's in a real bad spot. It's in when we're in defense meta, the game's boring. It isn't fun. It's happened once before. It happened in the S-class era. It was horrible. It did kind of improve, but it was by accident. It wasn't by design. It was because of a team I came up with. A lot of people were happy with that one. But I don't think I've got the patience to try and create another team. Not for RTS anyway. Kenny's pistol came from Dark's Battle Pass. It's $5. You can make a weapon that's basically exactly the same. It just has slightly less attack. If you're talking about it for collection item purposes, they might bring it back. Who knows? Wang Fa was clutch. Yeah, that team I came up with, honestly, was just so good. It was so good. Jesus on attack, Wang Fa lead, Mateo. That triple effect. I used it one war and I scored like 200k points against like meta like Jesus teams, and I was just like, okay, this is pretty decent. And yeah, I had loads of comments. I was gonna give up the game until I saw your Wang Fa team. I think even what's his name, D-Mass was like, I was gonna quit the game, and then I saw your Wang Fa team, tested it out, and it was easy. It's nice when you can find the right combo. It's just I don't think there's enough characters on attack that are useful in Mythic. Simple as that. And the ones that are do the same thing. Like, you know, you've got all your damage dealers. That's why people just stack their team with like Ghost, Kenny, Easter Eva, Titan, Brutus. That's why people use 4 of these characters, because they are the strongest characters, but they can't work together. They don't work together in a team. They won't. There's no good support characters except like Mike. That's it. Literally, Mike. There's no other good support characters on attack teams. Mike. That's it. I'm using Wayland for God's sake. There's like literally no good support characters for attack. Ajax is trash. He's just got a good specialist skill. That's the only reason I'm using him. His rush and his passives, everything else isn't good. Like it isn't good for an attack team. It doesn't do anything for an attack team. Just his specialist skill is. And that you can't take up 20% of your team just because someone's got a decent specialist skill. But I have to. There's not much choice. All the good characters are like advanced or ultra. And even then, man. Even then. Georgia's kind of like... Georgia's like on the fence. I'm on the fence with Georgia. She's okay. Can't be used against certain teams. Like can't be used against PK. And then Shane... It's kind of like, okay. But he's not like that great. But, yeah. What can you do, guys? What can you do? Some nutcase shouting his head off outside my house. I live on a main road, but okay, I'll make another. I've done two. Yeah, I've done too many. Okay, I won't do that one. I won't do that one. I've got to get stuff like characters to actually level up. I'm running out of characters to even level up at this point. Wait, am I doing too many? I might be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got enough for 3 characters. Have I got I've only got 1 maxed out. Okay. Have I got any tough characters that I haven't got? No. Just Ajax. Just Ajax. Seeing Ajax does throw me off. Sorry, seeing Wayland does throw me off. But I mean, like, there's no other good. There's no other good disarms, and with all these 60% weapons, like, even though he's got like a 50% chance to be resisted, unless Carl is control, but I don't even think he is. I think he's support as well. Yeah. Rosita is damage. This guy's support, but I think again, like the issue is he's terrible. You know, sorry, he's control. But the issue is the rest of his kit isn't really that good. Just, I mean, an impair. Does he have at least got a decent passive somewhere? %60 bonus HP at the beginning of each wave. 50% chance to steal 2 positive effects, increase damage. So not really. It's just kind of like okay-ish. Might be worth testing out though. Unfortunately, tough characters on attack teams are terrible, generally speaking, because they have the lowest attack. Because they don't get any buffs from anywhere. That's the only downside. But like, do I spend loads of resources trying to max this guy out? I don't know, man. I don't know. Do I want to do that? His weapon's not very good. Do I want to do that? I mean, at least he will have a chance to bypass the resist. That's the only thing. What level is he for me? Not super high. 60k crit. Went back and looked. I'll back and clip it. 36k crit. I mean, it depends who he hit. Yeah, I don't think he hit for 60k crit though. On PK, because otherwise he would have procced it. And welcome to the stream, Ruben. Thanks for tuning in. Is Headless Herschel good for lead versus Trader? Versus Trader, you can use anybody. Carol is good because she can give camouflage to your team, which means you can, generally speaking, you can attack. You can attack characters that have payback. Basically. I can buy tokens. Not for cheap though. How do you get the other avatar? Like, not this avatar, the other one. This is what happens when I just don't even check out the event info. Wanderer does camo, yeah, but not consistently. That's the thing. His camo relies on crit, and because they've got 50% crit resistance, it can just not happen. So Carol's actually better than Wanderer. That's what I'm saying. Like, they actually make their own characters bad. So many characters rely on you doing hits and hitting a crit to do their thing, and they just basically nerfed half the game. Oh, it's in the Jesus stash. Okay. Is it the final reward? It is the final reward. Some people have paid to complete this already. That's crazy. That's crazy. The second stash has what? Gold mythic tokens on it? Not really two highlight rewards. I've done no pulls for Eugene. I don't plan to do any either. No plans. No plans. Like, I don't need Eugene. I've got 5 characters that work the same way as him already. I've got 5 damage dealers. I've got 5 heavy hitting damage dealers. I need a support character for an attack team. That's good, you know? That's what I need. That's why I pulled for Georgia. I'd hoped she was going to be it, but she's kind of not it. Shane was good. Good leader, but kind of not it either. Paragon mods, you mean? Yeah, resist. Yeah, HP reduction on HP. Yeah. I might get him because it is low chance for him to come out again. I mean, it's not low chance. It's just I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with the character re-releases. It's just kind of weird. Now that one's really weird because they would make money on re-releases, right? I think they're trying to create like a FOMO situation, you know, where people have a fear of missing out on when the original character drop happens. So you have to spend your money at that time. But what they don't realize, and this is really important for games, honestly, is some people might not have the money at the time, right? Especially on mid-month releases. Like this one does go over into the end of the month. But let's say Circuit, right? Circuit is mid-month. People might have already spent or budgeted their money for the month. They don't have any spare cash. They do really like Circuit, but she finishes. They don't obviously get paid or anything like that. Some people get paid every month. I think some people get paid every 2 weeks, but some people get paid every month. And by the time they get their money, Circuit's gone, and she might not be back for 2 months. There's not much they can do in that situation, and they just missed out on a character effectively. Whereas if they rerun that character like on schedule a month later, I think they should run it twice. Like they run it once, and then a month later they run it again. And the reason they run it a second time reasonably soon is because people kind of will find out how good that character is based on performance. Like, for instance, let's say Zachary, when he first came out, after people saw how good he was in wars and stuff, if they would have rerun him, people who didn't pick him up the first time definitely would have picked him up the second time. But they dropped the ball and they just didn't do that. They just didn't do that. You know? They could make it so that there was no pity on the second run or something, make it worse. But they, you know, there's definitely ways they could do this that's better. In my opinion, anyway. But at least they have rerun someone. Who did they rerun? Imani. Maybe they'll start rerunning other characters. Rosie and Wanderer should be next. Let's see who I get. I'm going to do my polls on this stash. I don't think I've got many. I've got 11. I might be able to get my like one version of Jesus if I get high enough shards on this. Because I have got some shards already from the logins. I'm not going to get any shards straight away. But that's 5 pulls. Okay, okay. The next 5 pulls, they could all be the shards. I could get 5 shard pulls in one go. 2.5% for the shards, I believe, each one. So it's not like low chance. We're getting a lot of gear. Boring. That was so boring. Boring. Okay, I'm going to leave it at 10. I'm not going to do the 1 because I'll just put in 5s to make it easier. I think I've got like 300 or 400 right now. I'm not sure. Something like that, right? You guys will be in the same boat. 300 or 400 right now. Is it not in this? Is it not in here? 400. 400. I would have had to have pulled what? 2 to 3 based on which ones I actually get. Maybe even, yeah, 2 to 3. Any 3 would have got it for me, but a particular 2 would have got it for me as well. On my first 10 pulls, no shards for me either. Equal odds for sure. I mean, this is the thing. Like, in my mind, I'm like, where? There's no advantage. I mean, there's no real advantages into them doing it. I'm sure someone in their first 10 pulls got all shards. It's very unlikely, but I'm sure they did. But a 10% chance, it means you've got like a chance to get one of them to be shards, generally speaking, right? Like a decent chance to get one of them or 2 of them to get shards. You could just get unlucky, that's just the way it goes. I have 600. Nice. The only ones I've got so far are from the cybernetic arms. I think I've claimed all the ones I can get. 8 out of 12 right now. And my calculations are, that's 18 days, right? So it's already been going for 4 days, so in 14 days, 2 weeks, we'll be able to get all the shards, and then we can get the extra 10,000 advanced tokens, which is pretty cool. If this is going to be standard, I actually kind of like this, like an extra pool. Like, I believe in, like, little bits of rewards everywhere. That's what I say. Even if they added really small amounts of advanced tokens to Faction Assault, it makes it endlessly useful to do Faction Assault, even if it's just small amounts, because you're just giving small amounts of what people want. They give nothing there, though. That's what it's, yeah. So will we not need all 5 new tunes for the Mythic Trial? I did get Jesus Shards on my first pull. Will we not need all 5 tunes for the Mythic Trial? Yeah, of course you will. I mean, to get them to LB3, yeah. You'll need not to miss one single event, like shards, basically. We've got one event right now giving shards. This second event doesn't give any shards, right? This is just for extra rewards. Paragon mods, Avatar, that sort of thing. Apparently there is a Blitz War, if you saw it on the calendar. So originally when I saw it, I saw 2 CRWs, and I was like, I calculated it, I was like, only the top 3 factions are going to get the Avatar, which honestly is trash. Like, that is horrendous. But if there's a Blitz War in there as well, now the Blitz War's probably going to give half rewards. That's honestly not that great. So it's not even going to be that bit much better than top 3. So it's still not going to be that great. It's probably going to be like 5 factions out of every war are going to get this, which isn't really that good, honestly. But because they've done 2 avatars, because they've done a second avatar in here for completion, and this is very easy to be obtainable, I'm not as bothered because they've got one that's accessible and one that's like kind of like skill walled. So like, well, not skill, more like power walled, I guess you could say. But at the end of the day, I think avatars are generally aimed at the group of players that stick around and don't normally get stuff. So it's weird that it's just aiming at the top players, because those players, I think, in general, don't care as much about avatars because they get other things that are shiny and they like. That's just my opinion anyway. I got 300 from the stash and 100 from login. Only 100 from login? You should have 400 from login by now. You've only had 100 from login. Yeah, you should have 400. Yeah, I mean, some people don't care about avatars, but when you don't get many shiny things because you're not someone who spends to pull, an avatar is pretty shiny. You know, it's pretty nice. Was just wondering, seemed like some of you weren't pulling for Eugene, so thinking I maybe missed something. No, like, you don't need to get the characters. We haven't had to do that for the last 2 Mythic Trials. You haven't had to do that for Telltale, and you haven't had to do that for Outlanders either. I missed 3 days so far. How have you missed 3 days? Like, you've like completely missed 3 days, or do you mean 3 points? Like, you missed 3 points. If you're at 5, you've just missed 3 rewards. You don't need any of the other tunes to get full Jesus. It's the new trial format, yeah. You'll probably get the event tune and 2 of the other 5 from the BP with 0 spend. All the others are in Wills. Yeah, pretty much a standard from what it seems like. It was in 1 claim. I'm sure I have the 400. That's weird. I have 200 from the daily ones, but that's because I can't get into my Scopely account. Ah, okay. Work. I'm at 2 of the arms. What do you mean work? It takes 2 seconds to get the stuff. It takes 2 seconds. You just go to Skybound X, claim, log into the web portal, claim. There's no effort required for the arms. That's the 0 effort one. What's up, Margot? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for the likes on the stream as well, guys. Up to 30 likes. I do appreciate it. Do appreciate. Okay, let's see this telltale story. Is this a different Moira? She's got the hemorrhage. Okay, it's the same old Moira. Did she always look like that? I thought she was green, but apparently she was blue. Did they change the color of her gear? I thought she looked like, I thought she was the color green when she was released. I did a preview of this character, so I can go back and check. I'm at 800. You got a nice little cheeky pull. I apparently missed one part of one day because I'm at 7 ribbon arms. I think you can miss 4 and still get all of the bonus rewards. But once you miss more than 4, you'll start to eat away at your bonus advance tokens. It's going to be really difficult for you to mess up enough to miss out on Jesus, because they give you like more than twice the amount that you need to get Jesus if you get it from in-game and from web portal. So you'd have to mess up real bad. But you'll just miss out on some advance tokens. It isn't that big a deal, but it is nice obviously to get as many advance tokens as possible. I think the login part of these mythic trials is honestly one of the best parts in terms of just like being a bit more relaxed. It's just annoying to have to go to the web portal constantly. I know they're trying to push you there like, go spend, but like, I get why they're doing it, but it's annoying at the same time. I connected my web portal to my Facebook, which somebody hacked and changed the password to, so I can't log in when I go to the web portal. You unlink your account in your account. Like, your web portal isn't attached, your account is attached. Someone could just take your account at any second. So you need to unlink your account on RTS. I don't recall missing any. It can sometimes be like that, unfortunately. You might want to contact support and just say, like, I'm 7 out of 8. I've obviously missed something, but I can't miss half of something. Go to options, and in bottom right hand corner it says unlink account. You click that, and it'll unlink your Facebook from your account, and then you relink it, and you'll just create a Scopely ID, and then link that to web portal instead. Like, someone could take your account at any second if you. I mean, they're not likely to. They would have already done it if that was their aim, but I would 100% do that. 100%. Contact support, Tian. There's no harm. The worst they're going to say is no, we won't give you that one. And it's very early in the event, so they've got much better chance of them helping you out than in the last couple of days. Shiver me timbers. I might have missed it, but did I win as backup winner on the Ultra tokens on Tough Tunes? Unfortunately, no, you did not. We only had one person get through as a backup winner, and that was Steve, because he was pulled out of the hat first. We did have 2 of the winners claim their rewards. So I'm sorry about that. But that's the backup winners. This is more like you've got a chance, an extra little chance. We're doing a giveaway pool today, so you've got a chance to be the main winner. I was number 2. Yeah. Sometimes I've had it where none of the winners have like messaged me, and sometimes I've had it where all 3 have. This was a 2 out of 3 that messaged me back, and they did it quite quickly as well. Like within an hour, both of the people who did messaged me back. So that's pretty good. Because basically what I do is I reply to the comment that wins. So if you've got notifications turned on, you'll be like, Lockdown has replied to your message, and then you'll read the message. It'll be like, me telling you, hey, you've won. And then unless you've already messaged me in the past, I do try and verify that it's actually you that has messaged me. But if you've messaged me in the past, I know who you are and stuff. So yeah. I have 1 Jesus. Nice. Nice. I mean, I guess. No, not 3. No, you can't have 2 by now. You can't have 2 by now. But in 2 weeks, people could have like 3.5. 3.5. I didn't actually make a guide on how to get Jesus to LB3. Should I bother to make that video, guys? I could bring it out on Wednesday. Should I bother? People interested in that video? I guess it's a decent reference. I did one for the other Mythic Trials and it seemed to be like people wanted to like get the information, so maybe I shall still. I just wasn't really motivated to make much content in the last couple of days. Mixture of issues. Yes, please. Okay, I'll try and bring that on Wednesday. In the meantime, just do that daily roadmap for the tokens, obviously. Get as much done for the stash. I don't think you have to go too ham on the level ups in terms of placement. It's just the more you get, the quicker you'll get it done. From what Steve has said, you pretty much get that done from the login and the basic stuff. You don't have to place too high in level ups. Yeah, that is true, Tyrese. That is true. I need to just get that made. I was going to make it, but I've been having to deal with some stuff IRL, and I don't know. My thoughts towards RTS are not on the high point at the moment, so it's just like normally I think about a game for fun, and it wasn't distracting me in the way I needed to be distracted. If you know what I'm saying. I thought for sure I'd see at least one Jesus in War, but I did not. PK was enough aggravation on his own. And really, who thought what we needed was more vengeance? I don't think that Jesus is that bad, though. I think he's quite a balanced vengeance character. That is how PK kind of should have been. Because if you normalize Jesus, he'll just become more tanky, but you can still nuke him. Right? Whereas PK, you can't even normalize him, and if you try and normalize him, you could nuke your own team just attempting to normalize him. Because every single person who has a normalize does it with a 200% attack. You know, like there's no way to normalize him ideally. And he's got 60% resist as well. Like I legitimately tried to normalize him 3 times with a Titan, in a war on the weekend. And none of them hit. None of them hit. Three in a row. And eventually the buy just got Titan. It's just not much I can do. You know? Exactly, Tyrese. That's what I mean. If my IRLs, I'm having like some stuff in IRL happen that I need to escape from. RTS wasn't it. It's just more BS that I don't want to have to deal with, basically. That's why my content's been kind of hit and miss, but fortunately All Stars has been picking up the slack when it comes to that sort of stuff. I've been using the infection route with PK. That won't work with Jesus though. I think he'll heal it. He'll cleanse it as well, right? Heal and cleanse. But it's just different strategies. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. You could just stack up a lot of different effects on him as well, and just hope that infection doesn't get removed. Can you do the token draw before Breton gets on? So maybe I'll get top back up. Breton's 100% lurking. I feel it. He's 100% lurking. Although, I think this is a work day for Breton, so maybe he's on his way home or something. Actually, it's quite late now. You guys could be in for a free slot. A free slot in there he is. See, I knew it. He was at the beginning of the stream, I'm pretty sure. If I scroll out, let me scroll out. Has it still got the beginning of the stream chat? Yeah, Breton said hello. He's just chilling to get in that backup slot. I know what it's like. I know, I get it. I get it. Where's Moon when you need an accidental block? Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think Moon's feeling the same way as me, to be honest. And, you know, I think Noah's feeling the same way. That's why I haven't seen Noah so much. Like, sentiment on RTS is pretty low. So, if someone's streaming RTS, it's hard to tune in and chill out and have fun when it's just reminding you of the thing that's annoying you. You know? I think that's pretty much it. Oh, there he is. Speak of the devil. Got the football muted and listening to the stream chat. Okay, okay. A pocket block. The old accidental. I'm actually looking forward to a game. It's always nice to look forward to a game, and I think some people in chat might be interested, but there's a Football Manager game coming out, which is called Football Manager. Sorry. The Football Manager's coming out with the next edition of its game in like November, I think. Maybe October. My brother already bought it for me. So I'm just going to be able to play it day one. And I haven't played a Football Manager game for a while. Let's do No Man's Land, bro. I actually quit No Man's Land. I couldn't play it as actively as I wanted. They actually started adding loads more content, which is good, but it means I had to do a lot more on a daily basis, and I just didn't have the time. Looks like another quality performance by the Three Lions. Yeah, England have been pretty trash recently, haven't they? I think they're just relying on one person to score goals. That's the biggest issue. We don't have any like proper goal scoring threat apparently, other than Kane, which is weird. Moon's feeling it too. Yeah, feeling what though? Like sentiment towards RTS. In terms of like, if you're just not feeling like 100% on the game, you're not necessarily going to watch content and stuff based on that game, and you're not going to play things that remind you of that game because it's just you're not feeling it at the time. Are you feeling it too, Moon? Can you feel it? Dun, 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 dun. I could hear it when he pulled them to... That was a dumb move, though, I will say. I watched that video. I half of it was going to be like, why are you doing this, man? Like, I type this to people every time. When someone tells me they're pulling tokens to get a character that's not really the promoted character, just the other characters that are on Gold Mythic Wheel. Advanced and Ultra for Gold Mythic Wheel characters, man. Gold Mythic Wheel. As in the characters that are all basically not very useful / countered / you know, accessible beyond belief. Gold Mythic Wheel, bro. Them characters. Man, why are they inside the walls of the school, man? Why? Moon tilted. What did he get? He got like 2 Mirabelles and 2 Zeeks. I knew I was going to sing that. Yeah. The game wore me out. Yep. And I think that's where Noah is, because Noah's been MIA on streams for quite a bit now. There was a setup and everything. There was indeed. My views are down on RTS. People not watching as much. I think, yeah, people just, like I say, people don't really want to be like watch content on something that they're not having fun with. When people are having fun with RTS, it's booming. I remember my streams when it was at its peak, when RTS was at its peak for me at least, was in the Mythic era. I was getting like 120 to 140 people per stream, man. That's when it was booming. It was like a race every stream. How quickly are we going to hit 100 likes today, guys? And that was for like 4 months. And then it started to go downhill. Oh, man. I can't even look at my analytics. It was like constantly an up arrow. It was really good. Then Mythics came out, and man, those subs. Oh, man, the subs situation when Mythic came out was rough. Why are you not in the walls of the school? Yeah, actually outside here, we just wandered out into the middle of the streets. Yeah, very interesting. And how far away is the school from streets? I think it's quite away from town anyway. And I do a rage pull on the gold wheel and get him literally immediately after I stop the recording. That's how you do it. That's how to pull. Rage pulling is the way to pull. Just pull all your tokens in a fit of rage. That's how to do it. YouTube's like, now would be a good time to insert ads. I get this pop up a lot, guys. You know how often YouTube tells me, put an ad in right now, bro. Like, make your money, fool. And I never click it. I'm such a good guy. Well, not today. It's getting clicked. Can you hear me? Make that money. Why is it not working? Is it not? Is it working? Did you get ads, guys? You just made me 0.02 pence. Thank you very much. ×3 is the way to pull. No. Shake my head. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And we're back. Like, you don't know how often YouTube, there's a little button and they're like, you should press this button right now. It's actually quite a new implementation. Before it didn't do this, but every now and again, like every 30 minutes, it'll be like, yo, you should press this button. Because then you make money too. Then come on, just press the button. Ah, good. I actually should do a stream where I do it every time they ask and just compare it to a stream when I don't and see what the difference is. It'd be like $1. It'd be really worth it. Good night, TN. Thanks for tuning in, man. Was only a 5 pull on the gold wheel. Yeah. Still, the reaction would have been good, though. That would have been a good reaction. See, now we're in the school. Okay. Does anyone know this art here? Has anyone ever seen the Easter egg in this art? There's a little Easter egg. This is inside Ericsson, right? It's meant to be inside Ericsson, which is the school for season 4. Does anyone know what the Easter egg is in this art? Was it actually a pizza ad? I'm going to watch both ads all the way through just for you. Like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Don't ever think you have to watch the ads. It's all good. It's all good. If you want, though, this is the way to do it. If you really want, the link that it gives you in the ad, right? Like, let's say it's a BMW ad, right? And it will link to like BMW.com. Just click that link. That like gives me 10 times the kind of income that I'd get otherwise. Because that's called a what's that called? It's like a click through, but it's also called like I don't know what it's called. But they know you've clicked the button, and that's really beneficial for me. That is Lee. Yeah, it's weird, right? It's weird. Can you see it? In the paintings, that is Lee. Let me put on the. Can I turn this on? Let me see. Let me turn on my mouse cursor for a second. Okay, this is Lee here, right? But there's another one over here. This is Carly. And obviously they put dirt over the picture so you can't see it as well. But that one is 100% Lee. That one's kind of obvious. This one isn't so obvious, but it is actually Carly. Like, if you look at her art here, you can see it's the white shirt, right? And then if I skip this and back out, and then we go to OG Carly, which is in Epic. It's this Carly with the white shirt. It's just you see more of her like in that picture. It's this Carly, and then what was it? This Lee. This is a little Easter egg. JKL, and then it was this Lee. Let's see if it shows us again. Let's see if it shows us again. I'm guessing it will. When the stage ends. When you said Easter egg, I looked at the picture and saw Lee. Yeah, pretty much. Can't see an Easter egg, not even a cream egg. And that's the only Easter eggs I ever liked, was the big cream eggs. I remember like almost a year ago he pushed the add button. Yeah. Yeah. I don't push it very often, guys. I could push it all the time. Like, my idea behind the add button is, it's not really worth pushing unless you've got like, if I had 5,000 viewers, maybe I'd push it once a stream, because 5,000 viewers would give me quite a lot of ads. Like but for 50, it just seems a bit more like I'm inconveniencing you guys, basically. I'm not really getting much out of it at all. And unfortunately, if you're a member of my channel, it doesn't like the way it works on Twitch. I think if you're a subscriber, you don't get ads. I don't know how it works actually, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Yeah, it was a pizza ad. Now I'm hungry. Want to know is on the web portal, who is that masked young boy? And when is he coming out? He looks like he would be a comic book superhero. Ah, right, yeah. I don't know when he's coming out. But yeah, that's it. That's surely a character. Like they have, is it Preach is on there? And Preach was on there for like 3 or 4 months before he came out. Maybe even longer, 6 months. Clementine was on there for like 3 months before she came out. Hey, what's up, Mini Baker Lad? Welcome to the stream. I like the big eggs made of chocolate with caramel in the middle. The Cadbury's cream eggs I'm talking about are like the little tiny ones that honestly are kind of gross, but they're just so nice. Kind of gross. I don't know what they've got. I think it's literally like liquefied caramelized sugar basically in the middle. And it's like white and yellow like an egg, actual egg. But it tastes so nice. It's just full on sugar. Proper sugar rush. I'm at 3 years and never got on an ad. Oh, you don't get ads if you are a member. Okay. Caramel eggs. We're talking about Cadbury's cream eggs, right? What is a sugar rush? Daylight is like 24/7. Sort of like stance. You only know that you don't even know the down, not the rush. Oh, never not got on an ad. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like on YouTube, you still get ads even when you're a member. Whereas on Twitch, I think if you're a subscriber, you don't get ads on the channel you're subscribed to. But they might have changed that recently. Fondue? Is it really fondue in the middle of Cadbury's cream eggs? It actually tastes nice though. Cadbury's caramel eggs are better than Cadbury's cream eggs. I mean, I would fight you, but I've never had a Cadbury's caramel egg, so I don't know. Caramel's okay too. Who's American in the chat and pronounces it caramel? I'll fight you guys. I'm gonna fight you guys. We're the ones that I'm gonna fight. Oh, I missed the painting. My bad. It's Carol Mel. Okay. Caramel. Is it caramel now? I'd like to see you come say it to my face, look. Just buy a plane ticket. Do you say caramel or caramel? Just walk up to you in the middle of the street. Don't know what's going on. No, in Dutch we say caramel. Yeah. Caramel. No, it's got an. It's caramel. 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 Just punches it on my doorstep. Caramel. No, it's not car. It's Gargamel. Caramel. Missing letters. Do you actually wait? It is spelt the same though, right? Or is that how it's actually spelt in America? Maybe if it's not spelt with the second A, I'd understand. It's pronounced fondant. It's French. It's like royal icing. You get on coffee cream puffs. Okay, it's not fondue. Is it fondue? Is cheese? Yeah, that's the wrong one. It's caramels. Stop it. Stop it. It's spelt the same as caramel. You just miss an A. You just forget to pronounce an A. I don't want to Google. Like, there's some words that I Google when I'm watching a TV show that's American, right? Every now and again, like, they'll say a word and I'll be like, yo, what did they say? And I'll rewind it and I'm like, what? They pronounced that so badly. Like, and then I even have to Google it. How to pronounce insert word here. And then it's like, American, caramel. And then they do British English. That's the one. British English. Come on, it's just English. English. Caramel. Oh, come on, man. I don't want to Google that. I don't want to Google it and see that that's how it is, like, on those pronunciation things. Caramel. Okay, we'll get a picture up again. You can sort of see in the top left-hand corner the shirt. And that's her shirt. She's been properly, like, her face has been properly, like, blocked out to make it not so obvious. But Lee's is so obvious that there's not much they could have done with Lee. Maybe, like, they could have blocked out, like, 90% of it and just had it, like, shoulder. Because Lee is just too... It stands out too obviously. Yeah, I remember seeing that when this first came out. Ages ago. Ages ago. However it is pronounced, I'm getting hungry. Yeah. I haven't had chocolate in ages. I haven't really got a sweet tooth. Like, there's two kinds of people, guys. There's people who have a sweets drawer. Like, in their house, they'll have a drawer or a cupboard with loads of sweets in it. And there are people who just don't have sweets. And I'm one of those people who just doesn't have any sweets. No candies, nothing. I don't have that. My friend, I play Borderlands with a guy. And he has a literal drawer on his desk, his PC, with, like, biscuits, like, candy bars, chocolate, chewing gums, and everything. I'm just like, yo, what? Like, Noah has that, I'm pretty sure. Noah's got the snack drawer. I just don't have that. England are winning now. Who scored, though? Was it Kane? I thought there was only one way to pronounce. Fondue is cheese, indeed, indeed. British English is my favourite description, man. That tilts me every time. That tilts me every time. Daylight are gonna get banned again. I can't keep sweets in my home. I just eat everything until it's gone. That's one of the reasons I don't have sweets. Because if it's there, two things happen. I either forget about it, go back to the cupboard after like 2 weeks and go, oh yeah, I bought some biscuits, like 2 weeks later. or I have it all that day. Like, you know, like a big tube of biscuits. I'll just eat it all in one day, or I'll just forget it's there. One of the two. British English equals gibberish. Is that right? Is that right? You know, it's funny because gibberish is much more of an English word than it is an American English word. And yet, you're saying gibberish in itself is gibberish? Riddle me this! Checkmate. Anyway, it's 3-3 now. I have to watch the highlights there. Shaw and Mount. Shaw, a bit random. Mount's, it's good that Mount scored. What is the difference between an Englishman and a Brit? I mean, an Englishman is born in England, and being British means you're born in Great Britain, which theoretically I think means you don't even have to be born on the islands. You could theoretically be born in, like, I'm not sure. Could you be born in the Commonwealth and still be considered British? I think in the past you could. Like, there was a point in history, I think it was the 70s or 60s, where the British, like I think it was either the government or the Crown, offered British passports to all Commonwealth people, like people in the Commonwealth, in I think it was in the Caribbean, to anybody who moved to the UK from the Caribbean would be given a British passport. And we had a lot of people move to Britain from the Caribbean. I'm pretty sure this is factual. And I'm really happy that happened, honestly, because a lot of people from the Caribbean moved to near where I live, or lived when I was younger, which was Shepherd's Bush. And there was a lot of Caribbean food that came with those Caribbean people. And I ate a lot of Caribbean food. So, and as you guys know, Lockdown loves his Caribbean food, so it all worked out nicely for Lockdown. Worked out nicely. I love Jamaican food. Yeah, it is mainly Jamaican food, yeah. It is mainly. I have been to Jamaica, but I was very young. Which is weird, because I probably wouldn't want to go to Jamaica now. Like... I think Jamaica isn't as, like, friendly as a place as it once was. At least in my head. But the food is lovely. The people are nice. It's just that, you know, the country can be a bit crazy, I think. Like, when we were there when I was young, they even said, don't go to Kingston, which is the capital. Just don't go there. It's too dangerous. Just don't even go there. And they were like, we don't even go. It's like, we were in the tourist place, which is called Montego Bay, which was very, very touristy. Let this pass, Mark, but just beware that YouTube just caught your comment because it thinks you're trying to insult me. When all you're doing is you're complimenting me on my fine dining tastes. Does gibberish describe the feeling of being a boat component? No, it's mainly just talking gibberish is when, like, imagine someone's drunk and slurring their words and you don't hear a single word they say, but it looks like they're talking like in a complete sentence and they're just like, you know, like that. That's known as gibberish because, you know, they think they're saying stuff, you can't understand what they're saying. Doesn't make any sense. Tex should join you guys on your Twitch stream. We'll definitely do something in the future that Tex would be interested in. We could potentially do some, like, Left 4 Dead sometime. That'd be cool. I'd be down for a Left 4 Dead stream. The issue is, I think, the time of day that I do my streams at. But we could do, like, a special stream in the future. I'm definitely down. Left 4 Dead's quite open up to play. Quite fun, you know? I speak gibberish when I first wake up, yeah. I nearly made an Irish joke. One like quarter of me would have been offended. Just 1/4 of me. Man, it already is doing it. YouTube's like, you sure you don't want to play another ad, bro? Like, bro, what about this button right here? They love it. I've got you guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. Caribbean jerk chicken over rice. Yes, please. Yes, please. I like a lot of different things, but goat curry. I like jerk chicken. I don't like the fish. What's that called? It's got a weird name like Samaloo or something like that. You know, Balabaloo, Dalu, Salu, Dalu, Alu. Is it Alu? Something like that, right? They call it a weird name, the fish. Twitch? Yeah, I'm streaming on Twitch once a week, every Wednesday. Every Wednesday. He has Back for Blood. I might have to get my hands on Back for Blood, but doesn't there need to be another player who's the killer in Back for Blood? Or is that completely versus the PC? Or think of how an American speaks English, that's gibberish. Yeah, pretty much. Sometimes, like, that's the worst bit, though, Bretland. American TV shows and stuff, they can say, like, 100 words, and it seems absolutely fine, and then they'll say one word that is just so badly pronounced, and it's just like, yeah. Even some of the sayings are really weird. I'll never forget that one in Dexter that I heard. Can't get a word in edgewise. And I was just like, what did she say? A word in edgewise. What? That isn't the same. But like, they're stuck with me forever. At least you don't have... Okay, Mini Baker Lad, okay. That's the saying. No, it's not the saying. You're saying it's the wrong saying. The saying is a word in edgeways. The saying is word in edgeways. Word in edgewise isn't the saying. So when I heard edgewise, what does that mean? Edgewise. That isn't even a word. It is a saying. I'm pretty sure it's saying the saying wrong though. That's how I said. I know it's how I said in the States. I'm not saying it isn't, but it's a British saying that you guys are saying wrong. That's what I mean. It's messed up, right? Edgewise isn't even a word. Edgeways is though. Edgeways, yeah. I can't get a word in edgeways. Mind blown. It's totally a word. Okay. Edgewise. I can't remember who said that. I think it was Lieutenant... what was the lieutenant's name in Dexter? Lieutenant... the Latina woman. Oh, I can't remember her name. She was quite an annoying character, honestly. Wasn't it like Leferta or something like that? Laterta. I just probably said some horrible words, but yeah. Never heard that. I can't hear. Get a word in anyways. La Guata. I was close. I was close. She said it. She said it. It's very rare, but because it's quite rare that it happens, when it's said, I'm just like, hold up. I even paused the show. Hold up. Did that just happen? Let me just double check. I've never heard it. I mean, a lot of things Americanized. Like, TV in general is very Americanized. You probably don't watch much British TV. So you don't get, like, the British way of pronouncing things. Or, like, the British sayings. There are a couple of funny ones. We've gone over quite a few recently. In recent times, anyway. There was one I learned about recently, though. It's, oh, damn, which one did I learn about recently? Like, we talked about one in the past where someone said on my stream, you've got to put your foot in it, or foot through it. And I was like, what does that mean? What does that mean in America? and then someone's like, oh, that means putting a lot of effort into it, you know, like just wreck it, like do really, really well. And I was like, oh, okay. Because in the UK, putting your foot in something means you've completely messed up, like the complete opposite. Like you've absolutely just done the worst thing you could possibly do. You know, it's like being basically standing in front of a pregnant woman and saying, oh, by the way, congratulations on your pregnancy, like in front of her parents who haven't been told yet. You know, that's putting your foot in it, like really bad. That is like the worst thing you can do, basically. Whereas in the UK, if you want to put effort into something, we say put your back into it. But in America, if you put your back into something, you're shaking your booty. You know, it's like it's a big roundabout on sayings. Like those ones are different. Those ones are different. There was another one I heard recently that was actually just really funny because it's so different to what the UK have it. But yeah, it's so funny. Like when I heard You Can Do It, Put Your Back Into It, the song, I was just like, I mean, yeah, that's how it works. You know, you put it back into it, you're going to be doing pretty well because you're putting a lot of effort in. Yeah, thumbs up. British. Oh, goodness. Not British, but I love their stereotype. I love tea. Sometimes... What? With milk in it. Oh no, Bretland, people do drink tea without milk. Like particularly in Middle East. I went to Egypt and they gave out tea with no milk. It's like, it's rough. It's a delicacy over there. I guess because they don't have as many cows. I don't know. Water and tea bags is probably easier to come by than a cow, you know? That's not what the song means. Yeah, I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. But that's like, those ones are funny because obviously that's more like colloquialisms, right? Colloquialisms are quite kind of cool. Like some of them do go like global. Like in the UK, at least from where I'm from, people grew up like be like wagwan, bluff, wagwan. And I've heard some Americans say this from time to time because we got it from the like the cultural, what's the word? The cultural influence from the people who came over from the Caribbean. And a lot of people lived in my area that were Caribbean, so that became a thing that you said when you were younger. But yeah. And that's kind of a colloquialism as well. Don't hear Americans say that too often though. I drink tea without milk. Okay, I'm sure, but must be a few people who don't have milk. Yeah. Tea with lemon and honey. See, a good English tea is really easy to make, but a lot of people mess it up. But then this is the worst bit, right? I'm fine with a person who's not from England not knowing how to make a cup of tea, like properly how we make it. But I've known like English people in like 20s and 30s who don't know how to make a British cup of tea. Or they put things in the wrong order. Like they put the milk in before they put the hot water in. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Like, come on. That's like, nah, man, nah. Like, nah. That's just wrong. Oh man. The way I do it is teabag first, hot water. Then you mix the hot water quite heavily, then milk. And then you mix it again. And I mean like you properly like... I squish the tea bag to the side of the cup to get as much of the tea leaves like goodness out. And then you've got a really good cup of tea there. If I ever visit the Netherlands, the issue is like, even the Netherlands, right, might not even have the proper ingredients. I don't know what your milk's like. Milk last, yeah. Milk before water. You make the tea, then add the milk after the sugar. No, you put sugar in last. Sugar you put in last. 100% you put sugar in last. Milk after sugar? I don't know about that one. Milk, stir and squeeze, yeah. Milk and tea, I'll try it. I put milk in my coffee. Yeah, I'd say you probably, like, my dad has like very, very low amounts of milk in his tea. But you generally want to probably go with like 8 to 9 parts, you know, tea and hot water, and then like 1 to 1.5 parts milk to have a decent, you know, 85% water. Yeah, exactly. Generally about 85%. My dad has like 93% water, so it's very dark tea. But he makes up for it by having 2 sugars. At least he used to. I think he's cut his sugars out now, to be fair. But, you know, horses for courses and all that. Our milk is like moo. I think it's based on like what's it called? The pasteurization. I go for full fat milk, exactly, yeah, Valiant. Full fat milk. And then if you've made a really good cup of tea and it's piping hot, what you'll actually have is you'll see oil separation on the top of your tea. Like there'll be like a globule of like oil from the full fat milk. And that's when you know you've done it really well. That's an old school one though. I think that you can only really get that happen on those glass bottle deliveries of milk. I don't think that happens with supermarket bought milk. Like in the plastic containers. I think those are just too well like pasteurized or whatever it's called. But yeah. I spent a summer at my nan's house, 6 weeks, and 2 things happened while I was there. I grew like 4 inches. I literally came home and all my clothes didn't fit me. And I also learned how to make cup of tea because I was making like 5 or 6 a day for both of my grandparents. My sister waves the tea bag in milky water. Milk has to go in last, otherwise you don't get like mixed nicely, you know. Good night, Midi Baker lads. Good night. The worst people, though, the very worst people, are the people who microwave cups of teas. There's a special places for you guys. Not enough prison cells. Let's put it that way. There are not enough prison cells for you guys. Microwaving a cup of tea. Getting a cup of water and boil it and putting it in the microwave. Shake my head. Shake my head. Anyway, I make my tea so good though. I became the tea man for the family. The tea man. That almost sounds like the name of some sort of like crime movie. The tea man. Some thriller. We're gonna do the giveaway in 5 minutes, guys. We're closing in. I actually died a little inside when I got to make her one. What she likes it. Wait. You have to make it that way as well. She doesn't like you making it like your way. I've reheated one in microwave. Okay, I'm not too bothered about that. Reheating stuff in microwaves. That's what I think microwaves are for. Microwaves are just for reheating stuff. I don't think you should ever cook anything in a microwave, personally. But reheating stuff like once a week, that's what I kind of see microwaves as being useful for. I know this is weird, guys. I don't have too many conspiracy theories in my head, but I don't think microwaves are like legit. They shouldn't work. My brain does not think that they should be a thing. There's no way you should be able to cook something in 20 seconds, you know? Doesn't seem natural. It doesn't seem natural at all. I'm gonna have to block that Valiant, but I get what you're saying. YouTube's like, do you want to allow this comment? I really can't, but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Anyway, you really need to come to the States and live like we do for a while. I don't know if I could handle it. Drink black coffee. I just pop a pod in the current press and a button. Yeah, okay. Those machines are legit. I don't ever drink coffee or anything like that, but those machines look really legit. Locke sees a microwave and says, I'm going to pretend I didn't see that. No, I know they exist. I believe they exist. I know everything, how it works, but I don't think it's like natural that they do what they do. You know? Also, the fact that if you put a mobile phone inside of a microwave and you call it, means you can, you know, you can still call the mobile phone. Surely that means that it's not going to necessarily keep everything inside when it's microwaving, right? and then if it does, it's gonna like infuse your food with this thing which we don't really know what it is. I don't know. That's the only thing I don't like is microwaves. There's not many things. Like I trust fridges, which makes no sense because fridges are just like microwaves. It's just the cold version, basically. My coffee machine cost me £800. I love coffee. Well, I think if you like, generally, you're going to be spending for quality, right? I cooked mac and cheese in the microwave once. It's horrible. Yeah. Fire's the way to do it, guys. Gas fire, open fire, oven fire. You know. Filament, maybe. You know those like filament hobs or whatever they're called? Maybe. Microwaves. I'm just not so sure, man. Hey, thank you very much, Bartholomew. Who got it? Steve! Steve, go ahead and chat. Thank you very much, Bartholomew. I don't know how to edit this. It pops up on chat on my screen. I can't find it in my Streamlabs to edit it so it doesn't make a sound at the moment. I can't find it. But at least it pops up to say that you've done it. Thank you very much, Bartholomew, for the one gifted subscription. And congratulations, Steve, for getting that month subscribe. There you go. The membership.
Feels good.
Feels good. Sounds good. Thank you very much. I'm green. You are green. Very much so. Fresh into the community. You are going on the fences, Steve. We've seen you on the outside. You've been on the outside every now and again going, hey, this is how you do applesauce. Hey, pasta can still be made. I know the recipe. hey, I know how to make gunpowder. You know, like. Now you finally decided to come in. That's been you the whole time. Oh, I did one of these as a bonus. I've been doing these just by accident. I might do like a little short video on actually how to do these. How many are there? 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Okay, I'll do one. I guess I'll do one maybe tomorrow. I'll do one when it gets to 5 and one when it gets to 10. Individual cups of tea. I prefer cups of tea. Because the reason I prefer cups of tea is because that's how I was raised doing it. Because my grandparents had different brands that they liked, so I had to make them separate. But if you're just making cups of tea for you, or your entire family likes the same brand, then I wouldn't know necessarily how to do it though in a pot. I guess you would just do hot water in a pot and the tea bags, and you'd add milk once you pour it into the cups, right? Not milk in while it's in the pot. I've never done a pot of tea actually. Yorkshire tea. I can't remember. One of my grandparents liked the pyramid bags. I can't remember which ones those were. And another one liked something else. I can't remember. Some weird brand. No milk in teapot. Yeah, I didn't think so. Emoji time for Steve. Yeah. Chickens. Okay, did I finish the roadmap? We did. We finished the story. Perfect timing because we can do the giveaway right now, guys. If you haven't entered already, the pinned comment is your chance to enter. It's on the circuit video, and the comment was to do with joust, was the entry phrase. So if you remember doing that, you're entered. I think if you go on to the video, your comment should automatically be quite high up. I think it automatically puts your comment high up no matter how much it's been upvoted and stuff. So you can just go and see if you've commented on there. We are going to set things up. We're going to set it up. YouTube comment picker. Oh. Where's it gone? There we go. I wonder if we're going to get any pizza adverts because we've been talking about pizza a little bit in the stream. Or am I going to get adverts for like the dating website again? We shall find out soon. We shall find out soon. Okay, let me just get the link to the video. I'll put it in chat again, guys. If you missed it. There you go. We can see how many people have entered. The phrase was joust. $144 people. So quite a few peeps. We will do backup winners as well. Don't you worry. We will do backup winners. We shall. Backup winners we shall do. And the backup winner video. Shall we make that my circuit pull video? Probably. Let's do that. That makes a lot of sense for some reason. I'll have that ready.
Feels good.
Hey!
Sounds good.
Meta Oracle, thank you very much. 22 months. Closing in on 2 years. Thank you ever so much, brother. The Valiant. I'm actually getting an advert for a game that's named after you, Valiant. It's called The Valiant. Actually, it does look pretty interesting. Environment trailer. Don't even know what type of game this is. Did not mean to full screen. Okay. Just in time for the giveaway. Just in time indeed. Just in time. Okay, I think I've set everything up. We should be good. Oh yeah, we have to do the wheel, don't we? Wheel decides. What to do under quarantine? Read a book. Read a book. Okay. Okay, I don't know if this has actually been set up properly. I will see. Okay, it works. It works. Okay, so we'll do the draw in a couple of minutes, guys. I'll give you like 2 minutes to enter if you haven't already. Waited till now. Joust in time. I entered joust in time. Nice one. Nice one. Nice one. Nice one. Okay. Got quite a few entries. There are going to be 3 winners, winning 5k advance tokens each, and then we'll do the wheel thing again, and then someone will get an extra 5k. I'll reply to the winners in the video, but if you're in the chat and you win, you know instantly. You need to message me, and what I do generally is, if the people haven't messaged me by the Thursday stream, they go to the backup winners, and that's why we're going to do 3 backup winners. It says coupon codes available. It does indeed. It does indeed. Maybe it's because I'm talking about coupon codes a lot from All Stars. There's potential. There is potential. There is potential. Everyone entered into this, guys? Anyone still need a minute? Otherwise, I'm going to roll it out. Roll it out. Big money, no whammy. Good luck indeed. Good luck indeed. Okay. We'll get YouTube comments, see if there's any just last minute entries. 3 last minute entries. Okay. First winner, 5k. Is going to be. First winner, 5k. Jri. Time to joust the enemies with her joust. There we go. Jri, you have won 5k. If you see this on the stream, message me. I will be replying to your comment on my video. If you're in the stream right now, say hello, and you'll have your 5k. You have until Thursday, my Thursday stream, to claim your winnings. You're going to go on the wheel to see if you can get an extra 5k as well. The next winner, winner number 2, Ruben Delgado. Joust a bit curious. Okay. Ruben Delgado, are you in chat still? This makes it very easy if you're in chat. This makes it so much easier if you're in chat. So much easier. Hey, happy days. Message me on Discords. You've won yourself at least 5k. It might get bumped up to 10k. We'll have a little see. And the third winner is going to be Edgy 1874. I think that's a member as well. She has she has arrived joust in time. There was so many of these puns. I loved it. I loved it. That's gonna be another winner. I don't think Edgy's in chat though. I don't think Edgy makes it to streams too often. But those are the 3 main winners. We'll just set up the wheel to see who gets an extra 5k. I think it was it JHRII? Ruben and Edgy. Hopefully I'm spelling Edgy right, but I think so. Apply wheel changes. Okay, this is for an extra 5,000. Oh man, ads on this. There's some. Oh, I'm getting some interesting ads as well. Can I close these ads? Yeah. Okay, who gets the extra 5k? It'll say the name on the middle of the screen that it lands on. There's a little tiny like bit that has to get to on the far left hand side. White is Ruben, blue is Edgy, and yellow is Jri. Okay, here we go. Edgy gets the extra 5k. But if Edgy doesn't claim, then people will get bumped up. We'll see who will be the second, like who's second on the list. Just in case Edgy doesn't claim. But I think Edgy's a member, and if Edgy's a member, it's pretty much secured at that point. And Edgy's going to do it again. He's a magician. 1 second. If he gets it a 3rd time in a row, I'm going to call cheats. Okay, Jiri will be second. Just FYI. Just FYI. Okay, now we're going to draw the backup winners. Let's get the backup winners on the go. And then on this one, this is the video. I've got to think of a comment. What comment? What comment? What comment? We've already used Joust. Okay, how about this? I'm going to say you can use Joust again. This is the video. It's a different video, but you have to use Joust as the entry phrase. This is on my pool video, so try and make it like make sense with the pool video maybe. And remember to use it as part of a sentence. If you just say Joust, I am going to re-roll you, okay? Make sure you use it as part of a sentence. On these backup winners, I will re-roll you. No laziness here. Let me set this up. 10. Got one comment. Okay, we've got one entry so far. One quick entry. But if they just type Joust, they would get re-rolled. Now, we're only going to get 2 backup winners because we have got Ruben in chat. Can you scan the comments and do a best pun reading for us, Locke? There were 147 entries. There were good ones though. I was checking them as they were getting done. There were some really good ones, but there were 147. There were 147. How often have backup winners ended up with the prize, Lock? Honestly, a lot of the time. A lot of the time. Even the top prize, sometimes all 3 people just don't claim. You know? Bretland's won a couple. I think Bretland won 2 ultras from being backup. I could be wrong there. Could have been an ultra in advance, but he got some tokens from being a backup. Congrats on whoever won. It was Jri, Ruben, and Edgy. I've already received a message from Ruben, so his 5k is locked in. And we're going to be doing 2. We're going to be doing 2 backup winner pools here. But I'm guessing Edgy's going to claim theirs because they're a member. I can much more easily message that person. It's up to Jri, or whatever the name was. Jri. Okay, I'll give you like another 30 seconds to enter, guys. Links in the chat. You just have to have Joust in the comment that you make on the video. Okay, how many entries we got? 14, okay. We're going to just roll. 2 backups. First backup is going to be 8-Bit Mike. 8-Bit Mike. I arrived just in time. There we go. 8-Bit Mike, thank you very much. You are you're the first backup winner. So if one of the people don't claim their prize, you're going to be pushed up to the basically the 3rd slot. But if 2 people don't claim their prize, this winner's going to get into the 3rd slot as well. And it's going to be Tyrese. You cannot just run through this wheel. Sometimes you just have to slow down and take your time. I like how I joust. I love it. Congratulations to you both. You're both backup winners. Please message me on Discord though. And just give me your details. I need your game code and your region. If you've done it already, you can just message me so your message goes to the top of my inbox. Just so I know I've got the information. I'll probably ask you to do it again on Thursday if you are actually processed as the backup winners into like the main winners. But congrats, guys, congrats. Bretland didn't win, guys. Bretland didn't win. The curse is broken. I have exorcised the demons. What movie is that, guys? What movie is that? Anyone know what movie that was? Losers! Who? The hers. Correct, Ruben, correct. Pet detective, indeed. Honestly, still hilarious with even today. That's one of the ones that have aged pretty well for me. Ace, yes, indeed, indeed. One of my favourites, honestly. One of my favourites. Great movie. 50 likes on the stream, guys. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. When he goes to the rewind. I think some of that was done like on the spot because the actress that was in that, who was that? She was in Friends. Oh damn, I can't remember her name. But she was laughing when some of the scenes were happening because obviously he's just like, he must be quite hard to work with and keep a straight face, you know. I'm guessing is. Yeah. Who is Finkel? Who is Arnold? Courtney Cox, that's the one. Yeah. She couldn't keep a straight face. Like, if you watch her during his scenes, you can see she's, like, smirking half the time when she's trying to stop herself from laughing. Jim Carrey is a god. He was really, really funny. Good night, Valiant. Thanks for dropping in, man. No worries, man. It's all good. Enjoy your cup of tea in the morning. Made correctly by the sounds of things. I give you a British salute. Made correctly. This house is cleansed, yeah. It was also in the bit where he, like... I like the bit where he does this thing where he's going to explain something, so he takes in a lot of air. He goes... like, he's just, like, getting as much air as he possibly can, and then he basically does this big explanation of what happened. I love it. See you in the stream tomorrow. Good luck to anyone. Yes, good luck if you're putting in all stars before I stream. I'm gonna be putting a bunch. I'm gonna be putting a bunch, and that video will probably be out before I stream. I might save a little bit for my stream. Maybe I'll save a 10 pull for my stream, but I'm gonna be putting a bunch for sure. News is bad. Hearing Twitter wanting to cancel another good YouTuber. Twitter always trying to cancel someone. Someone for something. Some people deserve it, but some people, sometimes it's like, why? Why? What did he do? He said eggs should not be scrambled. Is that really cancel worthy? You know, there are some things that are definitely cancel worthy, but disagreeing in how to cook eggs. Mr. Beast. Ah. I don't think it will happen. He's got too much of a fan base. It can only happen if your fan base turns on you and you have too many people defend him. Like, if I was to come out and say something that was terrible, you know, I can completely understand it, but yeah. When you say a bunch, how many is that? I'm prepping myself and want to see where I'm at. When I say a bunch, I mean like a few. No, I've seen some in the past that have done some terrible things. You know, where they're just not even the same person. You know, and some of them, some of the stuff you read that they said to people is just like atrocious. They've been trying to cancel Russell Brand for ages in no avail. Yeah. Yeah. Which I don't get, because Russell Brand is kind of more like a person of the people, in my eyes. He doesn't seem to represent any, like, group in terms of, like, I don't know. At the end of the day, I think they can, like, people can just be out to just try and cancel people. You know? Simple as that. Simple as that. He's one of the nicest guys. What, Mr. Beast? I will be honest. I don't know how much I should say here. I get a bad vibe from Mr. Beast watching his content, but it's my own issue with him. Nothing like about him. He just he doesn't give me a good vibe. But I think it's because like he's kind of fake. But there's nothing wrong with being fake. He's trying to like be entertaining and like vibrant. I just don't think he is. So he's got to fake it, you know. He just comes off as fake to me. That's all. But I'm not saying that's cancel worthy, but he comes off as kind of fake. I think he enjoys making content and enjoys what he does, but you know, some people just aren't built for certain things, you know. But I mean, obviously he's got success. Feels good, sounds good. Yes. Accidentally hit the exclamation mark and used 10 pulls. Oh, what in oh no, that's bad. As long as you've saved some. Like, I'm close to getting the 40 extra pulls for free in All Stars. I need to get 4 more epics and I get 40 pulls for free. Twitter mainly have no life, in my opinion. Yeah, it also becomes like a horde, right? I think the word is brigading. Like, effectively, they get together and decide. Wait, it said the territory was contested. I don't know how it was contested, to be honest. I'm 2 epics away from the 40. Yeah. I'm 4, but I have got 2 epics to claim. I've got like an Abraham in my inventory, and I have got just a random epic from the like 60 shard thing. So I'm fine there. I'm good. And then with the rares we get, I'll be able to get another one or another 2 without too much of a problem. Should be good. Should be good. What you're basically saying is he's too nice to be real in a... No, I don't mean it like that. I just mean like... I don't want to say what I mean, because it sounds bad, but... He just doesn't come off as genuine. That's all. But that isn't cancel worthy. It's not like he's being horrible. He's not being horrible to anyone. You know, and he's got plenty of fan base. I think if he was someone who was a terrible person, it would have come out by now, basically. So I think he's just had too many interactions with people at this point. Nope. HP, yep. Do I have enough parts? I'm running out of something. It's these, but it's also the things to make these I'm running out of quite badly. Crafting these. And the only way to get these is like running stages, and you get them in 1s and 2s. Now look at this, man. I don't know how I managed to pick up that differential. These are dropped items from... It's just mad. It's mad. Okay. To go back in, do I? And then where's the weapon? Weapon? What else are we doing? I'll do this just because. Just because. Get this weapon out of the way. Get it out of the way. I got the 40 yesterday. Make sure you save it. Well, I'm guessing you're saving it. I'm guessing you are. Yeah, it's all good, Bartholomew. It's all good. There's one name of a person that I won't bring up because they are very controversial of what side to be on because they speak their mind. I mean, the whole they speak their mind thing just generally means, in my mind at least, just generally means... I've just heard that too many times about people. And when I watch their content about someone who speaks their mind, a lot of it seems like they're intentionally trying to say stuff. Not that they're speaking their mind. It's they're intentionally trying to say stuff that would get attention. That's it. You know? Like people who are intentionally just drop swear words in every 5 words. And it's like, yeah, he speaks his mind. He really doesn't, you know, hold back. It's like, well, all he's doing is swearing every 10 words. You know? YouTubers have had that in RTS. Seen that a bunch of times. Isn't that they speak their mind? It's just literally that's their whole gimmick. That's the whole thing they bring to the table. It's just swearing every 10 words and trying to think of the most like outlandish thing to say. That's what they bring to the table. It's all about the views. Exactly. Exactly. Some people need to do that. Some people do. It isn't speaking their mind. A lot of them will actually say things they don't even believe, guys. Don't ever think that this is like, oh, he speaks his mind. He could be literally saying things he doesn't believe. If you can think of things that will bring you a lot of attention as a content creator, you're going to get a lot of people watching your stuff. Even if you're saying things you don't believe in. Sometimes it's easier to say things you don't believe in and get a lot of negative attention because you can sit there knowing that it's not hurting you personally because it's not hurting your personal opinion. You don't care. So you can just sit there absolutely fine. Now, personally, I don't care enough to do this stuff. I just like to personally create just content that is just non-controversial. It's not how I generally do things. Still don't have your absolute defense. Nah. Absolute defense. What's that? What is that? If Mythic Era is sticking around, it really needs to a drop leader for all game modes, not world map. I mean, I don't think drop leader is really that. Like, it'll be nice, but I don't think it's like the vital at the moment. There's actual issues with the game balance at the moment. But I mean, don't get me wrong, drop leader would be cool, but the balance of combat is kind of off at the moment. It's kind of all over the place. And I've only recently, in the last 2 weeks, really identified what the issue is. I've been really looking at it, what the issue is. And I've kind of identified it. And it is, I already said it in the stream, but attack team support characters just are trash. Generally speaking. Whereas defense team support characters have much better longevity, much better characters. Your Vances, there's no an attack team version of Vance in terms of fort attack. I'm not saying Vance can't be used on attack. I'm saying what Vance does for a defense team, there's not a character that does that for an attack team. You know? What Davey does for defense, there's not a character that does for that for attack. Where they're not the damage dealer. Where they're not the guy who's going to nuke. We've got nukers on attack, but we just don't have the guys who support those nukers very much. America elected a whole freaking president on the whole, but he speaks his mind thing. I'm not gonna get into that one. This is that's gonna be the end of that conversation. Absolute defense is annoying, is what it is. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even necessarily use them that much because it's 30%, but yeah. Whatever, guys. Whatever. I think that's the end of the stream, though, guys. We hit the 2.5 hour mark. Giveaways done. Been chilling. It's been a nice stream. Been nice to just relax with some RTS. I hope you guys had fun. I'll be streaming tomorrow some All-Stars, and Thursday I'll be streaming some more RTS. I've got at least 2 RTS videos coming out before my next stream on Thursday. I think we're doing a How to Get Jesus guide, and I think I might have a new character preview on the way. I have to confirm when that's allowed to be released. But they'll probably come. Both of those will probably come Wednesday. And I have an All-Stars video coming out tomorrow and an All-Stars stream as well tomorrow, most likely. If you want to know what's coming in the next update for All-Stars, I made a pretty nice put-together video earlier today. Just looking at the different things. I went over the new character that's being added, just, you know, talking about what I think that's going to add to the table, that sort of thing. But yeah, if you want to check out that video, it's on my channel. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next streams tomorrow, Thursday, whenever it may be, guys. Have a nice week. And as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye.